Maria J. Marin, and for my public history internship, I worked with the Rutgers Oral History Archive. This is an organization that is in charge of interviewing New Jersey locals and grabbing their history from the time they were alive, um, their their education, the time that they worked, any military experience or any experiences in general, and grabbing that information, archiving it, and or sharing it to the public in our website. Sometimes we ask specific questions based on the time that they were born or based on the things that they experienced, such as if they were alive during a specific time of war, a specific time of crisis. Sometimes they were alive during 9/11, so we want to know what they were doing, what they thought about what was going on, and certain things like that. Other times we ask people about their experience coming to this country, which is often very not as rare as we'd like to think because New Jersey is very diverse. So there's a lot of stories that come with that, and or their family probably migrated to this country. So it's still very new. With that being said, this organization also has a podcast, they have a newsletter, and according to their website, they are top 15 best oral history websites in the world. And I could attest to that because I could see how much effort we put into knowing an interviewee, a participant prior to interviewing them, because we ask for a pre-interview survey, which tells us everything that we need to know about, logistics, times, and names, number of siblings, degrees. So then we grab that information and then we're able to open it up more. So they give us their brief history in terms of logistics. What we want to know is to hear them and say it and see their emotions, see their facial expressions, notice how they speak. That is very important to get the whole gist of their entire history. With that being said, I wanted to conduct a personal podcast script for my project, and so I wanted to use the women that have been interviewed by Roja, one of them which I interviewed last year, and grab their experience in the military and their positive experience in the military and talk about it, because I think a lot of people, when they think about the military, especially women in the military, they think that it's all awful, but it really isn't. Last year, the woman was a lieutenant colonel. She was a judge advocate general for the Air Force, and her experience was amazing because she experienced loss. She experienced bad moments. And even then, she could look back and say that was the best experience she's ever had. That was the best decision she could have made for herself and for her future. And because of that, I decided to join the Navy. And so far, I could say the same thing. I think it's one of the best decisions I've made. And it all happened interchangeably with just conversation, with her sharing her own story and me being moved by that story and me wanting to follow into someone's footsteps, somebody that I've never met until that moment of the interview. With that being said, I grabbed 3 women and I grabbed their interviews, and I decided to use them to work towards showing that women can have a really good experience in the military. But at the bottom to the right, these are my notes that I had to do in order to make the podcast script better. So I asked my supervisors, what can I do to get the listener, to get the reader to really see their point of view and to get an impact from it. And so I need to talk more about what motivated them. I know that people join the military for all sorts of things, and they're all different. Everybody's motivated by something different, whether it's parent, whether it's family, whether it's income, more opportunities, traveling abroad. Everybody has a different experience. And so I have to talk about that. Another thing is restrictions at the time. I mean, women, even to this day, we still can't do certain things, but we're gradually moving there, and that is why we talk about these things. That's the importance of talking about it. With that being said, there was a woman that when she joined, only women can wear skirts, and then sometime during the time she served, pants were officially issued as part of their uniform. And so these types of things are the reason why I want to go deeper into oral history and why it helped me so much to be in this internship. I also translated from Spanish to English, which is something I've never done before properly or professionally. And this time I was able to do that, which was an incredible experience to be able to use both languages simultaneously. And I'm really thankful for this internship. I think it shaped my love for history a lot more. And my time is up.